Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to our daily morning ritual. Each morning we get together and activate and energize and cleanse. It's another beautiful day, this beautiful Sunday here in California, wherever you're joining us from. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy this day. I use a little dry brush. Stimulates the lymphatic system. Detoxifies by exfoliation. We actually shed a lot of our toxins through our skin. So, environmental toxins, food toxins, giving your body a good dry brush. It's like a bear scratching up against a tree, you know? It's like, ah, feels so good. If you haven't already, maybe after this, have some oil. Oil pull. Oil pulling is very powerful. It will cleanse your mouth out and help defeat the bacteria that causes gingivitis and bad breath and tooth decay. So enjoy that. 20 minutes swishing around in your mouth, coconut oil, sesame oil, sunflower oil, and your breath will feel much better. I usually do it right as I get up and go to the bathroom. I have this little bottle right here in the bathroom. I refill it from a bigger bottle and take a little swig in the mouth, swish it around. 20 minutes, spit it out in the garbage. You don't want to clog your pipes. And your breath becomes much clearer, and when you end up going to the dentist in a little while, you'll find out that your teeth may not need as much cleaning and scraping, which is always kind of an intense experience as people grind on the teeth at the dentist. So we always have a beautiful morning I Ching. This is Brian Brown Walker's translation of the I Ching. He's beautifully poetic and insightful as a translator and does a magical job with that. And so if you get a chance to pick up his app on the App Store or Google Play, I'm sure he would appreciate, your contribution to his gift to you. So we're going to see what our message from the universe is today. 2 taps. Oh, 2, there we go. And Cinnamon is with us. Cinnamon, you want to tap? We're getting some interesting hexagrams forming here, and then 2 taps for you. And we get 19-4. 19 is the main message. It is Lynn. Earth over lake. Approach. Good approaches the superior person. The hexagram Lin signifies the approach of powerful beneficial influences. Just as the winter solstice heralds the return of spring, the appearance of this hexagram marks a similar movement toward light and growth. Progress and success are assured now to those who persevere on the path of truth. To maximize the opportunity implicit in this moment, it is important to cultivate a proper attitude. It is easy during good times to relax our inner discipline and fall back into incorrect thoughts and actions. Allowing one's ego to take over in a moment of success is a sure means of ending the progress that has begun. The growth that is at hand was made possible by conscientious behavior, and continuing carefully along that path is our only means of coming into full possession of it. A steadfast modesty and acceptance, whether external conditions are good or bad, is the mark of the superior person. In yourself, maintain balance, equanimity, and humility in times of accomplishment. With others, remain patient, tolerant, and gentle. Clinging to these principles assures you of a time of joy and prosperity. And then we received two special messages, the first line and the sixth line. Meet the beginning of good times with a correct attitude. Do not depart from equanimity into ambition and desire. And then the sixth line, a great-hearted person achieves great progress. Guide others by allowing the sage to guide you. And then further guidance from the Wei Wu Wei Ching, which is very poetic and beautiful. Here we go. Calming your mind, following your breath, simplifying your life. You reduce agitation and worry with each passing month. When genuine stillness pervades your existence, the subtle universe appears. Then you can go anywhere you like and give yourself just what you need. And then we have a flavor on top of that, which is youthful folly. Mountain over water. Even the foolish can attain wisdom by modestly following the sage. Folly is a characteristic of youth. Those who have had little experience generally exhibit little wisdom. This is true of us in a spiritual way as well. In comparison to the sage, we are babes in the woods. The hexagram Meng counsels us to utilize the I Ching as a lantern so that we may survive our youthful folly and travel safely through the woods of life. There is no shame in seeking guidance in life. A child is eager to be shown the way by his parents and teachers, and we are wise to recognize that in spiritual terms we are akin to children. Our success will come quicker if we find and follow a wise teacher. The sage is available to serve in this way for those who approach the I Ching with a sincere desire to learn and grow. To study the I Ching is to gain the perspective of the deity, to learn the cosmic lesson inherent in every situation that faces us. If we truly look for and strive to comprehend these larger lessons, we gain mastery over fear, doubt, and anxiety. We can learn from the study of the I Ching to live in a state of understanding, contentment, and acceptance. But several things are required of us. The first is that we suspend our mistrust of the unknown and allow the sage to lead us. It is tempting to think that the I Ching might just be a book, merely words on paper, but there is more to it than this. To accept this is to recognize the sage and become receptive to his assistance. The second thing required of us is that we quiet the demands of our ego for comprehensive answers to our questions about life. The I Ching teaches us not how to get from A to Z, but how to get from A to B, then from B to C, then from C to D. The sage travels step by step, dealing always with what is immediately at hand and bringing complete focus and concentration to the moment. By doing the same, we fall into step with and receive the help of the creative power of the universe. Lastly, we are required to unstructure our attitude by abandoning strategies about people and situations. We let the past and future go and meet the present with an open mind. To be unstructured and open is to allow the sage to guide us safely and joyfully through life. The image of Meng is that of a stream beginning to flow down a mountainside, filling each ravine and hollow space as it goes. If we persevere in following the sage, seeking the counsel of the I Ching, and filling in the gaps in our character as they are revealed, we will be led to lasting success in life. And from the Wei Wu Wei Ching, do you find your spiritual practice pitiful and wanting? If Buddha were in front before you, would you be ashamed, afraid, shy, small? Wake up! The truth, too large for words, is that the Buddha is closer to you than that. You are the Buddha now. This entire world is just for you. All the teaching in this world is only for you. Accept this without further thought of whether you are good or bad, and just be responsible to it. This is the spirit you must bring to everything that you do. Be the Buddha now. Within each of us in each moment, being present, coming from the heart, allowing the stories of the mind to stop, go into that quiet stillness, the do not doing, as the Tao talks about, and to simply be in that presence of silence. That's who we are. This is who we are in this moment. And let our thoughts be chosen instead of our thoughts just happening through the spinning of the mind. Let us choose our thoughts and choose our mantra, our meditation, our prayer, our intention, or structure it as an affirmation, structure it as an affirmation. I am is an affirmation. Why am I so is an affirmation. So take a moment now as we go into our meditation, our 4-minute meditation. Let's choose our intention for the day. You have some wisdom and guidance from the I Ching. And now you can choose your intention for the day. What is your highest intention coming from your heart? Sit upright. Take a deep breath, relax. If you want, you can use your mala or rosary as a reminder to repeat your mantra, your prayer. If you feel like you want to use an affirmation is created by asking why. Why am I so persistent in the pursuit of my vision to give my gifts? And that question, or any question that you ask, will be repeated in your subconscious throughout the day. So an affirmation is very powerful because it plants a seed that throughout the day your unconscious is going to seek to answer. So create the question in such a way that it elevates you. It asks your subconscious to see the greatest aspects within you. Why am I so bold and charismatic? Or why am I so strong and persistent in my pursuit of my passions and my visions for the greater good of all beings. Let it come from your heart. So sit upright, move into stillness. Create your intention for the day. Repeat it as an affirmation, I am, or repeat it as a affirmation, why am I? Use your mala or your rosary to keep your focus on repeating that over and over for the next 4 minutes. And enjoy. Feel the pleasure in your body in these moments. Hmm. Beautiful. Yeah. Mm. Did you enjoy that? Did you enjoy the silence? Except for the thoughts that you were creating. Hmm. In each moment, we can choose our thoughts, and those thoughts, when they come from our heart and manifest through our mind, are projected out to all beings, those people nearest us, and beyond and beyond and beyond, into the thought sphere that is here on earth and everywhere in the universe. And if you don't believe me, well, I've come to experience it firsthand, and so can you, in various techniques and ceremonies and rituals, which you can join me experiencing as we go on this journey of life in our Orgasm TV episodes. And part of our journey is activating the deepest parts of our brain, getting to that amygdala, which has been frozen into fight, flight, or freeze. And it's stuck there because it's not connected to much more of the brain. And so we're going to be deeply activating this part of the brain and connecting it to the rest of our brain by the following breathing exercises, which were ancient breathing exercises, but were refined and scientifically studied with the persistence of Wim Hof. Wim Hof, who is a Dutch, essentially yogi practitioner, but he's not wrapping himself a lot in the whole yoga story, but that's essentially where the research originally comes from. Yoga being a science, not just the postures that we do in the yoga studio, but actually having 8 various aspects to it called the 8 limbs of yoga. And those 8 limbs help us move beyond kind of just the normal states of consciousness into higher states of consciousness where we can actually directly experience what's beyond our normal perception in these perceived 3D realms that we believe that we're in. And we believe we're in 3D realms because we have stereoscopic vision. These eyes create this perception that we're in 3D, and our visible frequencies that we're able to pick up with our eyes make us believe that we're looking at the totality of reality when we're actually not experiencing the vast majority of the electromagnetic spectrum with our normal eyes. So our intention is to activate these deeper parts of our body and mind together and activate the senses that exist within us beyond the 5. Our senses are actually unnamed and unnumbered. And so the Wim Hof method has been scientifically studied, and they've put him into MRI and CAT scan machines, and his immunity is off the chart, and he is not unique. He's trained other people, and by doing this daily morning ritual with me, you're beginning on this journey to activate this deeper part of your brain, and activating a part of your brain which reduces anxiety, depression, and activates your immune system, is anti-inflammatory, and you experience more joy and peace in life simply by doing a certain breathing technique. These are like cheat codes for life. Like if you're a video game player, you know what cheat codes are. And so these breathing techniques are kind of like cheat codes. They give you access to deeper parts of life that otherwise would not be available. So this Wim Hof method is 4 cycles of 40 deep breaths, and at the last breath we exhale completely and then go down to complete 0 air in our lungs, and we hold it for as long as we can. And our intention today is to go for 2 minutes on the exhale, 2 minutes of and hold at the bottom. And let's see how we do, and just do your best and notice what happens And notice what happens with your mind, and just be present and enjoy the process. And so we'll start simply, if you happen to have the Wim Hof app, again, you can get these apps on the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. And this is the Wim Hof app, WIMHOF. And he has a retention timer, so you can measure how long your hold is at the bottom. Okay, so we're going to start with a complete exhale, and we exhale completely because most people, if this is a complete exhale and this is a complete inhale, most people are breathing in the middle. We're not really inhaling completely or exhaling completely, and so we have very shallow breath. It's just normal anxiety breath. And so we're going to activate the deeper parts of our breathing, and we're going to expel all the stale air by first beginning to take a deep breath in, and then exhale completely all the way down to zero. Now take deep, intense inhales and serene exhales. And we're going to move quickly as we go through the 40. And I'll count for you and let you know when you're getting close to the 40. Last 10. Feel the tingle all over your body. Last 5. Get ready your retention timer. Get ready to exhale completely to zero. And hold at the bottom for as long as you can. Last breath. Exhale completely. Deep inhale, hold. Expel all the toxins and all the thoughts that you don't need anymore, and feel the rejuvenation and the energy that comes from doing this breathing technique. All right, great. Let's dive into the second round. And again, we begin with inhale and a complete exhale. Use your abdomen. When you exhale, push your belly all the way to your spine. Last 10 breaths. Last 5. Be in the moment. Last 2. Last 1. Exhale completely. Start your retention timer. Hold at the bottom. Take a deep breath. Expel those toxins, even taste them on their way out. Let them go. All gone. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Feeling activated and energized and moving into a more powerful morning with every cycle of these breaths. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. Let's begin our third round. And we start with a big inhale and a full exhale. Intense inhale, serene exhale. Last 10. Last 5. Feel the tingle all over the body. 3, 2, get ready for the big exhale. Exhale completely to 0. Start your retention timer. Deep inhale. Hold. Feel with every cycle of that breath, I get more and more energized, more and more activated. My throat becomes stronger. My will becomes stronger. My breath becomes more serene. Beautiful, beautiful. So this is our last round of the Wim Hof cycle for the morning. And at the end of this round, in addition to holding our breath at the bottom, we do push-ups, as many as we can, while holding the breath at the bottom. I prefer slow, very slow push-ups. It helps me remain very present as I just notice and just be present and aware. And so join me in that experiment this morning with a very slow set of push-ups. You don't have to do a lot, just do them 5 seconds. So we're not breathing when we do it at the end. So we're going to do these deep breaths after our daily morning ritual. By the way, join Cinnamon and me, and we'll be making love and sharing a sacred sexual magic this morning. You can find us through gasm.tv and go to the link in the upper right that says join us on Chatterbait. And so we hope to see you there, and join us for sex magic ritual and participate with your lover or yourself and create magic for yourself for the day with your sex energy, and see how you can do that yourself too. Great, so we're going to do our 4th round of Wim Hof, and we start by inhaling and exhaling completely, all the way down to 0. Inhale. All right, get ready for last 5. Get into a position when you can do your push-up with space. Last 3, you can do push-ups on your knees. You can do push-ups on your toes. You can do push-ups on your tips of your toes. You can even do push-ups on the wall, whatever you're capable of doing. Keep with the deep breaths. 4. Get ready for a deep exhale. Slow push-ups. Hold your breath at the bottom. Last breath. Deep inhale, full exhale. Start your retention timer or push-ups. Deep inhale. Hold. Exhale all the toxins. Beautiful. That is the Wim Hof basic breathing technique. And if you have the app out, you can save your progress for today. Add in your push-ups, how those felt. Add in a note about your meditation. And he has other exercises which you can go into when you get the app. And for the last 10 minutes of our daily morning ritual, I'll show you alternate nostril breathing. Alternate nostril breathing helps balance the left and the right brain. It's, believe it or not, we're typically breathing primarily through one nostril. There's a natural cycle in the body where it'll switch primary breathing through one nostril, and then 45 minutes later it'll switch to the other side. That's kind of automatic in the body. And by doing this alternate nostril breathing, we're balancing out the, excuse me, the left and the right brain. And then so we have a more balanced thought process. Left and right brain, of course, left brain more symbolic, right brain more intuitive, creative, left brain more logical. So when we learn to read, we learn to develop very strong left brain skills. And we tend to be very logical when we're in the left brain. And when we're in the right brain, we're more intuitive. Left brain is considered more masculine, right brain is considered more feminine. And we're merging all of that together. We're all both masculine and feminine. And so we're looking to balance that in our bodies and our minds. And so by alternate nostril breathing, we're going to balance out the left and right brain. It's known to balance the vagus nerve, which is this connection of the left and the right side. The kind of beginner left alternate nostril breathing, you use your fingers, your pointer finger and your thumb to block one nostril or the other. And so we're going to start. This is one of the cycles that you can learn. But this cycle, for me, it's the easiest. So it's the one that I teach. You start by blocking your left nostril with your index finger, your pointer finger, and then you inhale through the right nostril, exhale through the right nostril, inhale through the right nostril, then block the right nostril with your thumb, exhale through the left nostril, then inhale through the left nostril, block the left nostril, and exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril. Block the right nostril, exhale through the left nostril. So it's basically exhale, inhale, switch. Inhale, switch. Exhale, 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 inhale. And there we go. So when we do 9 of those, at least 9, you've balanced the brain and you can go on with the rest of your morning. If you do that a couple times during the day, you'll be rebalancing your left and right brain. You'll be more creative, more activated, more energized, intuitive and logical combined. And one of the amazing things that you can learn is that your nostrils, you have actually conscious control over your nostrils and your breathing in a way that you may not have known. But your nasal passages are actually filled with spongy tissue that fills with blood, just like your genitals. And so just like your genitals, these bags of blood can become kind of activated or excited, and they can block your breathing. And so, but with conscious control, you can actually control not only whether your nostrils are open to air or not, you can actually control which nostril is open and even which direction you're directing the air as it comes into your nostrils. So give this a little experiment right now. Maybe close your eyes and just notice if you set your intention to let the air come to the back, deepest part towards the back of your head, you can direct the air in that direction just by consciously choosing that, and your nostrils will do it. So give it a go. And you can actually control which direction the air goes into your nostrils. Now give it a shot to aim the air up towards the front of your forehead, and you'll be able to direct the air that direction too. Right? Were you able to feel it? All right, now give it a go. See if you can control your left and right nostrils. I'm sure you can. Control the left and right nostrils separately, so you can do the alternate nostril breathing without your fingers. And when you're able to do this, then you can do this alternate nostril breathing when you're sitting in a meeting, or walking down the street, or waiting in a line in the grocery store. So give it a shot and see and feel the air as you control it through each individual nostril. So do the alternate nostril technique again. Inhale, exhale, inhale on the right side. And then switch it to the left side. And then go back and forth. get it to that level of control yet? Well, keep experimenting with that throughout the day. It is exciting to be able to do things that you weren't able to do before, and that is one of them. Turns out we have much deeper control over our body than we've been led to believe, and so we just have to practice it. All right, we'll finish up the day with a gamma brainwave breathing technique. As I've been studying telekinesis, which sounds pretty exotic and maybe farcical to some, but pretty convincing when you actually see it demonstrated. They've shown that the gamma brainwave frequencies go through the roof right before an object is moved with telekinesis. So if you want to practice this with me, stick around. We're going to do a bee breathing technique, an ancient yoga technique again. We're going to put our fingers like this, bottom 3 fingers together, pinky, ring finger, and middle finger together. Index finger separate, thumb separate. We're going to start by putting the little tab that pops out over the ear canal. We're going to push it in. It's almost like it is made for this, to just cover the ear canal. You push it in with your thumb, and then you cover your eyes with your pinky, ring finger, and middle finger, and then you put your pointer finger on your forehead. And when you do it with both hands, you're going to then take 8 deep breaths and make a bee sound humming as you exhale. So it's like this. And it makes a little vibration in the head. It's like by closing the ear canals, you create a little vibratory cave inside your skull. And the hum frequency must be close to that gamma 40 cycles a second frequency or something, is my guess. And anyway, and it induces a gamma brainwave frequency. And this is the frequency that gives us some extra powers when we develop it more completely. So practice it with me and put your fingers over your eyes, push in your tabs on your ears, cover your eyes, put your index fingers on your forehead, take a deep breath, and 8 cycles of bee breath. Beautiful experience, yeah? Did you enjoy it? Well, it's been a beautiful morning with you. Come join Cinnamon and me in about half an hour, 20 minutes or so. Launch the link off of gasm.tv, and we will see you there. And for folks who are just coming back tomorrow morning, see you in the morning tomorrow. Love you, appreciate your activation, your cleansing of your body and mind, and as we bring more love, joy, and peace and bliss to the entire world and all beings. Mm. Oh. Mm-hmm. Still running. We do a little head